Place, how we doing? First person in, if you can give me a sound and pitch check, that'd be very kind. Hope we're all well. Good evening, welcome. My name's Colin, coming to you live from the living room in Bournemouth, UK. Hectic times. Hope everybody's well. If you're watching on Catch Up, go live every Tuesday. Based here in Bournemouth, I do videos. Bournemouth, wherever I get taken, Tenerife, you name it, we do videos from there, and it's all a bit crazy. But thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, if you have tuned in on Catch Up, don't forget the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. That would be lovely. Thank you so much. And there's a little bell you can touch as well that'll tell you when I'm putting new videos up, which at the current rate isn't very often because I'm mad busy with it being Christmas. But there we go, it's all good fun. But yeah, hit the bell for notifications, subscribe, and thumbs up as well. And thumbs up on this video. First person live, if you can let me know you can see and hear me. I'm just going to log into my other phone so I can read your comments. If you bear with me one tick, I don't like showing you my head. Who's that? Sue B. Evening, Sue. How are you doing? Won't be a sec. Oh my God, I'm rubbish with this. Here we go, right, here we go. And then go into my channel. Pull my plug up. Sound and pick good. Thank you, Saf. Thank you. Evening. Oh, we do look posh. Well, I thought I'd go a bit festive, Nicky. You know what I mean? Look, a bit of a Christmassy scene on the old brand new TV behind me there. And the Christmas tree as decorated by Saf and some Christmassy bits in the background. And Clock Tonight shirt, everybody. Look at that. Santa shirt for you as well. 17 in the room. Right, let's see who's in. Look at you, Father Colbus. Hi, Sue. Maria's evening, Marie. You're early a little bit early tonight. I don't know why. I just thought I'd go a bit earlier. No point hanging around, is there? Hey, it's either me or EastEnders, isn't it? Yeah. Apologies if it's puppy blood. Evening, Carson. Gillespie's Travels. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. All set for Christmas, Carson. Trish, evening, Trish. Trish 1970, how are you? London Streets, Tony, how are you? Evening, good to see you. Santa's Grotto in here. It's not far off, is it? Does it look festive enough? I was a bit worried. Look, I tell you what. Wait, a bit more on the tree. There we go. I wasn't sure if it looked festive enough. Guys, check. Van Christmas baubles. Look at that. Oh God, I can't put it back on now. You'll have to go there for the time being. There you go. Go there where you can all see it. How's that? Hey. Old camper van bauble. Right. Evening, Alan's Homemade Vlogs. Evening, Al. How are you, mate? Hope you're well. As you come in the room, let me know if you're in Tenerife, or let me know if you're sat in a car park on some shopping centre car park doing Christmas shopping. Shropshire Steve, evening call from a cold Shropshire. How cold is it, mate? The temperature, according to my finger and the finger on the phone here in Bournemouth, is about 8 degrees. It's not been too bad, but it's been really grey and cloudy and horrible all day. Remember all the thumbs up. Thank you, Alan. Moira, good evening, Moira. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat. Thank you, Moira. Stuart Donnelly, evening, Stuart. How are you doing? Evening, Colin. Everyone says Stuart. Moira says, oh, Alan. Moira, love to see you. It is nice to see you joining us, Moira. Hope you're well. Julie Curran. Hi, Cole. Hope you and Saf are well. Nice tree and shirt. Oh, thank you. Saf did the tree. She did the tree last week when I was in Tenerife. Alan, I saw something about me sound then. Did somebody make a comment about me sound, or was I dreaming? Can you all hear me okay? I'm sure I read somebody somewhere put something about the sound, but the comments disappeared. Vinny, sat in sunny Runcorn. What's the weather like, Vinny? What's the weather like in sunny Runcorn? Right, I tell you what, we're going all out tonight. Tonight's drink of choice. I tend not to drink the old booze at home, you know, I save it for when I'm in the pub. So I generally, if you come round here, you'll be disappointed. Saying that, no, I've got some booze, I've got some wine. I'll tell you what, stay there, it's Christmas. we'll knock some booze together. How's that sound? Oh, right. Tonight, I don't normally drink booze at home, and I can't have too many tonight. I will have a Christmas drink, you all right, but I can't have too many because me and Saf are going out later and I've got to drive a car. So, but tonight's soft drink of choice, first of all. Check this out. Wham! Sour raspberry flavour fizzy drink. Check that. There you go. So I'll have a bit of that. Cheers, everybody. Salanja to the Irish people. Cheers, everybody. I'll tell you what I'm going to put in it in a bit. Oh, the piling in, 29 in the room. Thanks, everybody, for joining in. London Street, it's better now. Can you hear me? It must have been something I was doing. I do apologise. Bit crackly. Sound is crackling from time to time. Don't know what. I have moved the table. I normally sit over in that corner of the room against my back wall with me Coles Place thing behind me, but I thought to give you a bit of a festive backdrop tonight, I'll move. So maybe it's because I'm near all this electricity going on. Mark LFC can hear as much as we can hear Webby. Perfect sound. I was chatting to Webby before, funnily enough. Amory, hope you're well. Sounds good now, breaking up a minute ago. Right, okay. If it goes again, tell me, people, and we'll try and sort it. Julie, that fire looks lovely, Cole. It's burning me back. I can feel it from here. You know what I mean? Is it just me or has that TV got a big crack on the screen? This is my new one, Stuart. My old one's over there, the one that was cracked. I haven't got it. In the comments, what does everybody do with an old broken 65-inch TV? Right, it's a Hisense TV, works perfectly fine otherwise, but it's got a big crack in the screen. Do I just take it the tip, or do people keep them for some reason? Do people come and collect them? Are they recyclable? I don't think it's fixable because the screen is cracked. You turn it on, it turns on fine, you can get sound from it, it plays for a bit, but it's unwatchable. It needs a new panel. So do I just bin that? I need to get rid of it. Let me know what people do, because I've never got rid of a 65-inch TV before. Eric's on. Evening, Eric. Soz late. Are you working, Eric, or are you in the boozer? Eric Carter in the chat, everybody, is Eric who led me astray in Tenerife, amongst other people. Jeremy Maggs, good evening, Cole, from a very cold Wales. You're looking very Christmas. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Is it very cold everywhere else then tonight, is it? I thought it was meant to be getting a bit mild. Love your festive decorations, thank you. And Eric says, chuck it as a job for you then, Eric. Chuck it where? Should just, take it down a tip. London streets, am I over the Tenerife blues? Not yet. Seriously not. Honestly, Tony, I'm not over the Tenerife blues. I wake up every morning and I go, oh God, I'm back in the UK. So it's going to take a couple more weeks, I think. It's probably going to take till about the first week in February till I get over Tenerife blues. You could look at your big mush doing a live in it. Is that my new telly? Just put it on there right opposite me, so I've got one behind and one in front now. I don't think so. Bin the TV, right? I'll bin it. The general consensus is I'll bin it. I'll take it. We've got a council tip here. It's getting in my way, you see. And I'll tell you what else I've got as well. I've got a massive big box that this one came in. My God, it's huge. Right, the box, I can just about get it through the door. So I'm sure they'll if I take it the tip, they'll recycle cardboard as well, won't they? So I'll take that as well. Just take it the tip. Just take it the tip. We have a recycling place. They take all and cannibalise them. That sounds good. Skip the TV. Not cost effective to fix it. No, it wouldn't be cost effective to fix it. Definitely not. It needs a new panel. It's like when Saf's mum was here. One of their little ones through a toilet, and it's along the bottom of the screen. So it turns on. Nah, it's not fixable. Anyway, freezing in Dunfermline. Stuart says, wow. Northerly air cold, 4 degrees C wind chill, -5, gusts of 45. Flipping heck. Wow. -5. Oh, I'm not having any of that. Right. Got a special guest coming on later, everybody. He's not arrived in town yet. Okay. Flown in from Tenerife. Good job there was a tailwind, because they got here pretty quick. flown in from Tenerife. There's a special guest appearing on Cole's Place during this live. Not here yet, I'm just waiting for them to arrive, and they're going to give their personal inside experience and viewpoint of a breaking Tenerife news story this week. So stick around for that. Seriously, they'll be here. I'm not expecting them just yet, a little bit later on. So as Kevin says, you'll have to watch to the end. Alan Sterling, how are you, Al? Hope you're well, mate. Hope you and Jenna are well, Alan. Ready for Christmas and all that. Cheers, good health to you. Up on the hoops. And there are other football teams in Scotland as well. Take the poly out, recycle the cardboard. Yeah, I'll take it all up at once, I think. I'm hoping it's still open and they've not closed down for Christmas. I'm sure it will be. I'll check the opening times tomorrow. I wasn't sure whether somebody would come and just take it away, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's taken up. It's the same size as this thing behind me, only it's a little bit thicker, if you know what I mean. And so I've got it stashed up against the wall there. Right, where am I up to? Sorry, if I'm missing comments, they're flying in. Pete and Shell, evening Pete. Shell, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Are you over your Tenerife Blues, or are you back out somewhere, or are you in the pub? My guessing is option 3. Mark LFC, while you're going to the tip, Eric has a certain football top he needs taking, mate. Mark, you have to surgically remove that top from him, right? Surgically, honestly. For his birthday, Eric was 70 back in September, and in the pub we got him a West Ham United Zimmer frame, and I think he still uses it now. I think it's in the back of his van. Where was the kebab thing? I missed it. Yeah, Mark, if you go on, there's a vlog I put up the other day doing quite well. It's on about 3,000 views. I forget what the title of it's called now. It's something like I got hammered with an iron down in Tenerife, down in Veronica's. Basically, it's where me and Eric went for a walk. It wasn't too late. It was fairly early doors because it was when West Ham had a lucky win against Spurs, I think it was, while we were away. And we walked from the Chieftain over to Veronica's, and during that walk, about 10 minutes in, I suppose, not 5-10 minutes in, I show you where, in my humble opinion, you get the best late night dirty kebab in Las Americas. So check it out. So Prash, evening Prash, listening while coming home from work. I hope you've not been working too hard. Prash is in the house, everybody. Thank you, Anne, for putting Prash's link up. Yeah, steady cold controversial. I'll read the hoops. I was only saying it because Alan Sterling's in the chat, Alan. You know what I mean? As I did my little disclaimer, there are other Scottish football teams available. Tony London Street, any more Tenerife vlogs to come? Yes, there is. I know I said this on, I think it was Thursday, Friday when I did my last live. I've got a few to go. I've got a couple of hotel and accommodation review videos to put up where I will show you the most dangerous steps in Tenerife. Not what Scotsman says they are. I'll show you the most dangerous part of Tenerife for steps. And I've got another Veronica's one to go up, which is where me and Eric did a very late walk. That was a bit sketchy, but good fun nonetheless. And I've got another one, I can't think what the other one is. So yeah, I've got about another 4, maybe 5, 3, 4, 5 to go up. Tenerife ones. I've got a couple of Paris ones to go up. And I'm going to be doing some over the next few days here as well. So yeah, so there is more Tenerife stuff to come, thank you. So, Eric was 70. Yeah, down Pete and Shell, down a pub, call your nose too well, very busy in the pub, football is on. That's what I was going to ask everybody, right? Now then, me and Saf last night went out for a little drive in the motor, and we went through town. Bournemouth this time of year, believe it or not, considering it's one of UK's supposedly premier holiday resorts and destinations, the pubs in Bournemouth around Christmas die an absolute death. This year might be different because it falls on a weekend. Friday, Saturday they'll be fairly busy, but generally it's really quiet. We drove through last night and there wasn't a soul out. Are the pubs busy where you guys are? I remember when I lived up north, we used to go to Liverpool around Christmas, and no matter what night Christmas Eve and Christmas Day fell on, the whole week before Christmas was absolutely heaving in all the bars and pubs. There was a great vibe, a great atmosphere. You know, now, but I don't know what it is. Is it the same everywhere, or is it just Bournemouth being rubbish? Bournemouth is absolutely dead. We've got the little Christmas market thing down in the square with like a big wooden temporary alpine Christmas bar, and that gets busy, but I personally don't like that. But if you go in like the normal local boozers, Eric's in the chat, if he's still in the chat, I'm sure he'll back me up. If you like the ones we work in, and they're not very busy at all. There just seems to be no vibe. I'm just wondering if that's the same everywhere this year, or is it just the southern softies down here in Bournemouth not wanting a night out? How many bracelets has Mike brought this week, Cole? Is that Edinburgh Mike, I presume? I think he's still over there, isn't he? I was going to touch on that. I saw him on Tim's live this morning, and there was mention of him, Webby was ribbing him for the lucky men, having a go, giving him the bracelets and selling them. I believe he's brought quite a few. Yeah. Nicky says, Eric is never 70, thought he was younger than you. He doesn't fall over putting his key in the door. He's not younger than me, Nicky, behave yourself. When we go out, I'll have you know, right, when Eric and me go out on the odd drinking spree now and again, right, I actually say to people, I introduce him as my dad, and people believe it. Truth. It was Kidney Colori the Hoops. Donna's in. Evening, Donna. Hi, Cole, and everyone. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Same to you, Donna. Thank you so much. Nice to have you on. Thank you for joining us. Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. Right, catch up with the comments. Oh, they're flying in. 34 on. Don't forget the thumbs, everybody. I hate putting my head down, but my phone's plugged into this thing here. Hang on. That's better. That's a bit better, isn't it? I'm not putting my head down, you know. I'm not looking like down on my knee. Stuart Donnelly, most of the hotels in Edinburgh and Glasgow are full for the whole month of December. Ooh. I was out in Glasgow Friday night. The pubs and bars were rammed. Right, well, Stuart, I did a gig here Friday night in Bournemouth, in my regular Friday gig, and I kid you not, at its busiest, I had about 15 people in the pub. It was dead. Absolutely dead, and that bar is very close to the town centre and beach, so in theory it should be one of the busiest. It's surrounded by hotels, so yeah, we were really quiet. Anne says Dublin pubs are always busy, especially in town. Yeah. Eric's Cole, when we're doing the market walk, could start at the Moon on Square. Yeah, are you working Thursday, Eric? If you're not working Thursday, maybe then, because I'm not working Thursday. I'll speak to you about that separately. But yeah, if you're up for it, Thursday night will be good, because I'm working Friday. Most of the hotels in Edinburgh, Glasgow are full. Vinny, you'll have Mad Friday this year. People leaving work. Just had a busy weekend here. People don't have the money. Yeah, Eric, because they're all skint. It could be that. Maybe people are saving the dollar. Mad Friday is a thing down here. Well, it used to be a massive thing down here when we had a lot of offices in the town centre. I remember go back about 7 or 8 years ago, Bournemouth was full of call centres, and the last Friday before Christmas when I worked at Hop In doing karaoke was absolutely nuts. But there aren't as many call centres in the town centre now, and I think that's had a little bit of effect, so we don't get hit as bad. But potentially it could be a busy one this Friday. You could be right. Catch up. Quite here, Cole, but then again, it's a small town soon. You couldn't move in Glasgow Friday. Yes, it's all the big cities, in it, where the lights nice. They do believe it, Eric. Just watch Michael's live. Just watch Michael's live. I didn't know he was live. He's 4 bracelets. He's also done 2 vlogs with the Chicken Nugget Man. Wow, I bet that cost him. Was it the genuine Chicken Nugget Man? If it was the genuine one, Gallus wouldn't have done that free. That's cost him a few quid. Anyway, don't worry, Eric, we know you're his brother. Oh, Nicky, if only you knew. Put it this way, Saturday night, Sunday morning, by the way, I left Eric to it. I came home, I was a good boy. I'd finished my gig on Saturday night. Eric had been out trolleying it, and he carried on. I left him and another mate of ours bigging in the boozer, in the jug. I came home at a reasonable hour. I was respectable, right? I was behaving, festive season and all that. Wasn't having none of it. I left them to it, dirty stop-outs. Omed Mum, evening. Omed Mum, Sam, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're both well. Eric Carter, if you had 65-inch up behind a camera linked to your phone and with your eyesight, you could read it. I am a bit like that, to be fair. That's why I've got my spare phone here, so I can read the comments. I can't read them when they pop up on that. Jesus. I know Mike says it's not a scam and they're nice, but personally I think it's one big scam, but that's my personal view. Not having a dig at anyone. I love Mike and his content, but I hate seeing it get done. Yeah, Mark, I'm going to talk about all that in a minute, because I've got my own views on it. Vinny, it was the real one, and yes, he paid €10 a time. Oh, Mike. Okay. Moira, thanks for popping in. Have a lovely Christmas, Moira. I'm doing a live Christmas Day, apparently, I've been told. So if you're around about Christmas Day, Moira, and you're not busy, and you fancy a chin wag, get yourself in Christmas Day. I'll put a post up probably about this time, Christmas Day night, when there's all the rubbish on telly, yeah? So I'll be doing that, Moira. But thank you for popping in, and I hope you're well. Nice to see you. That's quite nice. Good evening. Going to keep the live on while the Chelsea match is on. Or you can always turn it over and watch football. Vinny. Trisha. Oh, Trisha, tickets. Trisha, I'm going to message you later. Okay? I'm proud of you, Cole. First time for everything. I know. Who the heck is Harry Allen? My hubby's name is John. Oh, Kev Stamps. Evening, Kevin. Going back to UK on the 23rd, back 4th of Jan. Nice one, mate. Nicholas in, Eric. Stand by your beds. Your lounge looks nice. Thank you, Nicola. I've got my real coal fire on the telly, and I've got the tree that's Saf decorated, and I went shoplifting today, and I managed to acquire some Christmas cuddly toys that I thought I'd include in the backdrop. Hope you enjoy it. This is getting warm on my back. I feel like Val Dunican sat here. That's quite nice with it. Yeah, so what we're going to talk about, let me get a drink first of all. Look, I've got Wham sour raspberry flavour fizzy drink, and it's not that sour. It's actually quite nice. It's fizzy, ready to pour. It doesn't taste sour at all. It just tastes like a nice raspberry drink. Very nice it is too. And because it's Christmas, stick a bit of Bacardi in it. There we go. Bit more. Bacardi and Wham raspberry. Hey, come to Cole's pub. And I've also got a tub of Heroes if anybody wants a chocolate. Have a lovely Christmas. Moira, Cole, thumbs up. My apologies, we have neighbours. Have I been to B&M, lol? No, I've not been to B&M. These are actually, the truth is, the toys are actually Saf's. My mum bought them years ago. Is that a Ribena? No, it's Wham. She's at mine waiting on me cooking food because she's not domesticated yet. I thought you said you had a trained, Eric. I thought you said you were the one who wore trousers. Val Dunican's showing your age now, Cole. Now, Vinny, Eric told me about him. Right, anyway, going to talk about, I put in the post, a couple of things I put in the post. I want your views on it because I'm a little bit conscious of it. Do you think some of the vlogs that go up from people like myself, Michael, whoever, let's not name names, right? Anybody, some of the vlogs that go up about Tenerife, do you think they put it in an unfair bad light? I'll give you an example. If you look at some of mine, what I'm getting at is when we put the thumbnails up and the sort of little titles, if we want to maximise the views, and stroke or profitability of our channels, then it's in our interest to get as many views as possible, as I'm sure most of you are aware. I'll give you a classic example, and again, I'm not naming names, I'm just using him because he's a very good example of it, is Scotsman in Tenerife, Kevin. He's the king of titles, isn't he? And his videos do very well. I looked at my videos, my top performing videos, and my nightlife ones around Veronica's, and out of those, my top performing out of those are the ones that have got warning, danger, blah blah blah. I think I've heard of Andrew over the last day or two doing a vlog where he's warning of the scams. He mentions these bracelet guys that have appeared in Tenerife. Michael's done a vlog where I think he's actually filmed one actually doing the act. So for those who are not familiar with what I'm going on about, in the main resorts, not just in Tenerife but all over, you've got a group of guys going around, street sellers, who sell things like handbags and cuddly toys and all that. 99% of them are fine, but there's the odd one or two who break the rules and go one step further. And currently in Las Americas, I say currently, I know for a fact that this has been going on for years, and it's just bubbled up again now. It died a death, but it's come back again now. What they're doing is they approach you in the street, unannounced. They come up to you and they'll present you with like something like one of these things, like a little friendship bracelet, and they'll give it to you. Some cases they throw it at you, some cases they'll come up and literally put it on your wrist, and they'll say it's for free. They get in conversation with you, and then once that hook is made, that's when they start asking you for money. And apparently some of them are going a bit further, they're getting a little bit aggressive, blah blah blah. It's not a new thing. I can tell you now, it's not a new thing. It's been going on for years. It's just that now and again, just like people selling handbags, just like people selling whatever on the streets, it has little waves, it goes up and down. So this will be it now. Probably over Christmas and New Year, this will be the latest thing, and then it'll die a death and something else will pop up. So it's not a new thing, despite what you might have seen or heard on vlogs. I'm sure those of you who've been going to Tenerife and the resorts for many years, you'll agree with me, it's not a new thing at all. It just happens to be the in thing at the minute. However, those of us who make videos, we film these things and we put things on there like danger, warning, scam. Now, if you're logging onto YouTube for the first time and you've never been to Tenerife before, those are the videos that you're going to first see. And you know what they say, first impressions last. Now, I'm like this now. When I've got some Veronica's videos to go up, and Eric will back me up. I've got a good relationship down Veronica's with most of the bar people, and I don't want to put them in a bad light. However, to get those videos viewed as much as I'd like them to be, I've got to have some sort of hook. Now, if I just put me and Eric went down to Veronica's and had a few beers, it'll get 2,000 or 3,000 views. Whereas if I put something like warning, late night shocking footage of Veronica's bar crawl, that'll get me 20,000 views. And the plus side of that is, without waffling on, the plus side is it'll publicise the bars down there, and hopefully if people watch the whole video, they'll see nothing actually happened, it was a good night. The downside is people who see it for the first time, that's their first impression at Tenerife, might get put off from going. So just as viewers, most of you have been watching me for a long time, I'm just interested in your views. In terms of the lucky men, Mark, you mentioned it before. I can't remember your comment now, Mark LFC. I know Mike says it's not a scam and they're nice, but personally I think it's one big scam, but that's your personal view. Not having to dig at anyone. You love Mike and his content, but I hate seeing it get done. Yeah, that's the sort of thing I'm after, Mark. Most of the lucky men, from my personal experience, and I know Eric, again, if he's still in the chat, I'll back him up. I've known a couple of them now for many years. They are not out to scam people. They're just literally out to sell as much rubbish as they can to eke out a living. Some of them do better than others. Some have got that little bit of celebrity status now. Others just sort of walk around quietly and go about the business. But the ones that we're seeing at the moment with the bracelet thing, they're not your regular lucky men. They're not the ones who will sell you handbags. They're there just to make a fast buck. Overall, my opinion is, from experience, not just in Tenerife but other places as well. Lucky men aren't there to scam. They're there just to make as much money as they can. Some of them are actually all right. You know, you can sit down. I've put them on video. You can sit down and have a chat with them. They'll tell you about the families and where they're from and all that. You know, they are fairly regular human beings. But I just want to know your opinion, not just on the lucky men on this. You know, I've done the fake taxi thing when I saw that fake taxi. You know, Andrew's done his thing about the muggins. Is it putting it in an unfair bad light? Because what we mustn't forget is that all these incidents where people get mugged, where people get in a fake taxi, where people go in an electronic shop, they are very, very, in terms of the amount of numbers that are now visiting Tenerife, they're very, very few. You know, I'm not saying it don't happen, I'm not saying they're rare, but they're not as commonplace as we were probably led to believe. So let me know what you think. End of rant. Right, catch up on your comments. So I'm going to keep live. Right, where's it up to? You a big man. My apologies. Crash Super Travels, Colin. I ended up going to kebab shop because of you. Thanks. Stuart Donnelly, here we go. Right, so clickbait is fine provided it's used in context. Yeah, and that's a difficult bit, Stuart. As somebody who makes videos, it's hard to do that. It's hard to keep. Kevin does it very well. He doesn't sort of, what's the word I'm looking for, sensationalise. But if you don't a little bit sensationalise, then you're not going to get the views. It's called clickbait. It works, but you have to watch your videos. You can film it if it's not happening. There are more and more each year. You're right, Alan. I'll try not to clickbait. Maybe it's my fault. I've only got 150 subs. Then again, it's a hobby. Yeah. Webby, boom. Webby's in the house just watching the 8 PM race. Tip number 14. Missed that one, Webby. On a barge. I think you guys exaggerate things sometimes to boost your videos, but that's your goal, isn't it? Yes, guess it could be seen as negatives if you take things with a pinch of salt. That's what we hope, yeah, definitely. Yeah, the guy that owns 3 of the bars was great. Yeah, that's what I say. I'll go down for Veronica's. Like Eric just said, there's a guy down there who's got 3 bars. Well, he's actually, him and his family have got, I think, about 5 or 6 bars, he was saying, and a couple of restaurants. And, you know, he loves my videos. He's aware of what I do. He's aware of me clickbait titles. I've said to him, the reason to do that is to get the views and to get the, you know, to get him out there. And he's fine with it. As long as I don't put his particular bar in a bad light, which, you know, I don't think I do. It's catch-22 for you bloggers. Catch a little, yeah, but if you don't do it, you get less views. What you do for the best is hard answer, personal choice. Absolutely, absolutely. The only thing I would say is, me personally, for my channel, I would not go out and intentionally film something that I know is going to be negative and a scam. So, for example, I wouldn't go out and film one of them bracelet fellas, okay? I wouldn't go out and film a fight in Veronica's. I wouldn't go out and film somebody getting pickpocketed. If those things happen while I'm filming, then I'll point it out. For example, the fake taxi. That happened to pull up and ask me if I wanted a taxi while I was literally just about to finish filming a Veronica's vlog. But I wouldn't go out searching the streets for it. I wouldn't go out and film the bracelet scam thing. And at the end of the day, is the bracelet thing a scam? All they're doing is selling you a bracelet and using a sales tactic. Whether you fall for it or not doesn't make it a scam, does it? I think Andrew's frustration is with the police and the council. He's always pointing out nothing gets done about the bracelets and also the cleanliness streets. I think he means well. Yeah, absolutely. I can get Andrew's point, Stuart. I'm sure he pays a lot in business rates, and you know, and he expects things or hopes things would be done. I can get that, you know, because he brings a lot of money into the island. So I can see where he'd be frustrated with it, and that goes back to what I said earlier. It's where the point there is, like I said about the bracelet thing, that'll die down in a few weeks' time, and then fellas will disappear. But then in a few months or a year, it'll come back up again purely because nothing gets done. So I can see Andrew's frustration there. Just like the pickpockets down Pinter Beach, they'll disappear, and then in a few months they'll come back. You know, long term, nothing seems to get done. So I can see his frustration.
Mustafa and Lenny were nice guys, not pushy. Once you know them, don't see.
Yeah, that's right. The lucky men, the decent ones, they're not pushy. The one that they'll come up to you, they'll offer you, and you've got three choices. You can either get into a conversation, engage with them, and either buy something off them or not. You can totally ignore them, or you can just ask them to go away. And I've never had a problem. Even with the bracelet fellas, I've never had a problem.
Trisha, I think the bracelet men are terrible, but the lucky men are trying to earn a living. Yeah, absolutely. I think Andrew's warnings are needed. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I can honestly say I've never thought any of the mainstream Tenerife vloggers have overegged it. No, I don't think any of them do either. I agree with Cole. Pointing out scams is not sensationalist. I think it's more public information and maybe makes a less streetwise more careful. Yeah, absolutely. Some vloggers do it for views, Cole, pretending they care. They also charge people on Cameo as well.
Well, each to their own, Tony. Oh, it tastes Bacardi in that now. I suppose it depends where your moral compass lies.
I think it also depends on the context and if it happens naturally or if you're going to film it on purpose. It's about integrity. Yes, absolutely. Susan, hi Cole, hope you and Saf well. Yeah, we're fine, thank you, Susan. Saf has now finished school. She's in bedroom tonight. We are going out in a bit. We've got to shoot out, go and see a man about a dog. Yeah, we're both well. Saf has finished school. She's got no physio or nothing now till New Year. We're just in sort of chats with the school about going forward, because when she goes back in January, it's then sort of head down and downhill all the way to the GCSEs in May. I think it's May, June, round about there. She does her exams, or most of them. So we're, in terms of a condition, she's not been too great this past week or two, to be fair. The cold and damp really does hit her. But yeah, she's going back in January, and then hopefully we can sort of work out where she's going to be with her treatment, at least up until summer, and where she's going to be, you know, in terms of a revision and all that sort of stuff. But she's in good frame of mind. Seems happy, looking forward to Christmas. We're going out tomorrow. We've got some more Christmas shopping to do tomorrow, and we've got a couple of trips out planned over Christmas and New Year as well. A couple of days away that we're going to do between Christmas and New Year. So there'll be some videos coming from there as well. And yeah, we've also got a little project planned for the new year, but I'll tell you more about that in the new year. It's a little thinking stage at the minute. Me and Saf are just cooking something up for the new year, and we're planning it at the minute. So I'll tell everybody about that in the new year. Nikki, as long as your video gets views, put what you want. Personally, I watch all the videos the content creators subscribe to. I don't pick and choose what I watch, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's it. End of the day, if I put a video on, you know, I ended up in hospital from a trip to Veronica's. Watch this shocking footage, and I go down Veronica's, and I get a taxi, and I say to the taxi, take me to hospital. You know, that goes back to context, doesn't it? If you're watching that and you're naffed off of it, then you don't have to watch my next video, do you? You can unsubscribe. So you pays your money, takes your choice. However, my original point was, there just seems to be a lot of videos, including mine at the minute, that could be put in Tenerife in an unfair bad light, and you know that's the last thing I want to do. And I'm probably saying this now because I've got to know more people who've got businesses and livelihoods over there. Eric will tell you, you know, they more so with the YouTube, they look after you, and I wouldn't want to see. I don't think anyone's videos would affect it, but I think we should all be doing more to help the island rather than, you know, like somebody else said, public information as well. Forewarned is forearmed, innit? At least the resources and information is there for people to arm themselves with. So maybe it's a positive thing.
My problem with filming the scam is, yes, some people will see it for what it is, but it also does filming the scam make it more normal. I mean, some people think it's okay and get scammed themselves. Yeah, absolutely. Julie Curran, off now, Cole. Hope you and Saf have a lovely Christmas. Likewise, thank you, Julie. Hope you do too. Have a great Christmas if I don't speak to you before, and a happy New Year. I'll be on and off over Christmas, New Year. So hope to see you. Ian Miller, just saying hello. Good evening, Ian. Thanks for joining in. I'm not sure if you heard the last sort of 5 or 10 minutes in. We're just discussing scams and what's been going on in Tenerife with the bracelets. And my point was, do us people who make videos and publicise it, is it a good thing for the island or a bad thing? There's a bit of a split, what you call it? opinion at the minute. London streets, am I working New Year's Eve, Col, or am I just chilling? Yes, I'm working New Year's Eve. Those of you who watched the Tenerife stuff last week, me and Eric were joined by a guy called Phil. Phil's got a bar, well, a pub over in Poole, which is the next town along the coast here in Dorset. It's called the New Star, and I'm actually working there New Year's Eve. I'll be doing 8 o'clock till 1 a.m. So I'll be seeing the New Year in with Phil and all his regulars. It's a little regulars community pub, cracking little pub, lovely people in there, doing disco karaoke, New Year's Eve countdown, all that sort of thing. It'll be a massive party. Might even vlog it, because I've not put Phil's bar on any of my vlogs, and he's a great fella. We had a great laugh in Tenerife, and it's a great little pub, so might even vlog it and show you guys what goes on. Eric, okay, but I'm going to cook in a minute, finish Saf's room this week, if you can run me to get stuff. Yeah, absolutely, Eric, no problem. Defo a few jars Christmas, assume at the Triangle tomorrow. I'm in Charming, sir. Yeah, Eric, I'll message you after this. I am at the Triangle tomorrow. It's quiz night tomorrow. I'll message you after. Mark Ellis, it's also all bonds, right? It's not just Tenerife anywhere you go, it'll be good and bad. Yeah, absolutely. Remember, all, please hit the thumbs. Absolutely. Yeah, that was interesting. I'm glad you all sort of give me a feedback on that, because maybe I was overthinking it, as I do. But like I say, and I stress to anybody watching this vlog for the first time, or any Tenerife vlog, if you see the bracelet scam in a vlog, or you see a fake taxi scam, or you see Veronica's, or you can get mugged, compared to the hundreds of thousands of people who go there, it's like anywhere. You know, whether it's Florida, New York, London, whatever, any popular sort of tourist magnet, sadly, you only hear about the negative. You don't hear about the thousands and thousands of people who go there all the time, and nothing happens to them apart from they have a good time. So, you know. Carl, Willie Rushton. Hello, Matt. How are you, mate? Nice to see you on. When the lucky men or the braceman approach me, I just say, no thanks, my friend, and they walk away. They know I'm not a pushover. Yeah, you just have to be a bit firm with some of them, don't you? If you say no or just ignore them, they're not good. The thing is with the lucky men, it's a numbers game for them. They can either spend 10 minutes trying to get blood out of a stone, or they can move on quickly to the next one and hopefully get a sale. So if you make it known to them one way or another that they're not going to get any joy, then they'll leave you alone. You know. Thank you, Anne. If you want to join Tenerife Friends on Facebook, yep. Superb. See you later, Eric. No problem. I'll drop you a message around about 9:30, Eric. Did Anne join the group? Food's arrived at Angelo Restaurants. Oh, nice one. Yeah, Ian, forgot you're still there, aren't you? Absolutely. It's all right for some. There's quite a few people still over there, isn't there? Ian, have a great time for the length of time you remain there. A safe journey back if I don't speak to you beforehand, and keep in touch. Thank you, Ian. Don't forget, I'm waiting for my special guest. What time is it? How long have we been on? Oh, should be at any time now. I've got a special guest joining the live, direct from Tenerife, and they are going to give their inside experience of a Tenerife news story this week. So stick around for that, guys. I'm just waiting for the message to come through. When they're here, they're going to buzz me when they're here. So stick around for that. They're going to be making a guest appearance. None of you have tried to guess who it is. I'm absolutely shocked. Unbelievable. So didn't claim the rubber chicken, Cole. Nice one, Tony. Not sure how I can check what's. Cole hates to say, but I'll have a series of logs coming out with me at Arona Gran. You doing any scam ones, Alan? You know, bring them out. Arona Gran looks a grand hotel, mate. I've never been there, never stayed in there ever. The only sort of experience I got is literally watching Kevin's walkabout in there. Kevin did a walking vlog of it, didn't he, a while back? Walked past it, yeah. Pickpocket scams, muggings have been happening for years now, and content creators won't stop it. If anything, it can frighten people, especially solo travellers. Yeah, absolutely, bang on. That's it, and that's what I said, Nicky. As much as I can highlight a fake taxi and it'll stop, as much as anyone can show somebody giving you a bracelet for money and it'll stop, within a few months, we all know, those of us who've been going over a long time will know, none of them are new things. They're not, It's not a new invention, somebody giving you a bracelet or somebody rocking up in a car. That's not a taxi. We know it'll stop for one reason or another, and then give it 6 months and it'll surface again. So it's a nature of the beast, isn't it? The holiday resort, I suppose. It better be Lee. Oh, the guest, is it clickbait? No, there is a guest. It's not clickbait. It's somebody who's been involved in a major Tenerife news story this week. I've told you, clickbait. You know what I mean? I'm very conscious of it at the minute, Vinny. I'm just waiting for him to arrive. Going to be here in about, I reckon, about next 5 or 10 minutes. So stick around for that. You'll have to watch to the end, viewers. The amount of times I've watched a Collies live the next day, clickbait for it. No, honestly, I have got a special guest coming on the chat anytime now. I'm literally just waiting for him to turn up. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh God, this hour's going so quick tonight. Christmas Day, I touched on this on, was it Wednesday? We did the live last week. Is anybody going to be around for me to do a live Christmas Day? I don't mind doing one. Saf and I are only having a quiet Christmas this year. We're not having visitors around Christmas Day, nothing like that. Her mum lives in Essex, so we haven't got to entertain anybody. Saf will be doing her own thing most of the day. I'm going to be sat here watching TV. Of an evening, if you want me to, I'll go live. I'm not sure if anyone else is going live on the day. I'd imagine, I'm going from memory, I can't remember if Rick and Shelley did a live Christmas Day last year. Andrew might do a live, Tim might do a live, I don't know. What I don't want to do is, if everybody else does it, I don't want to saturate it, because obviously you're all going to have your family and friends time. You're all going to want to watch James Bond. But if no one else is going live and anyone's going to tune in for an hour or so, don't mind doing one. It'll be better for me if it's about this time of night. But again, I'll fit in. Let me know if there's enough feedback, and I know a dozen or so people who'd be worth tuning in. Why not? Because, you know, there might be some people who live alone who might be glad of a bit of a chinwag on Christmas Day. So if you want me to, I'll do it. Drop a comment down below or in the chat. Bad news sells better, absolutely. Is the guest your suitcase? No, my suitcase is unpacked and put away for me next trip. Martin, that's never had a problem with Lucky Luckies, but I would once told you about a scammer trying to entice me into the back of his shop. That's the electric shops, isn't it? Martin, that's exactly the same thing. That's been going on for years. You know, you see that pop up every now and again, don't you? Where people have bought an iPad or whatever, and it's not what they thought they were being sold. I'll be around. I'm having a quiet Christmas too. If you go live, I'll be in, but don't sacrifice any family time. No, it won't be Mark. Honestly, I say there's only me and Saf, and like now, she's in the bedroom doing online stuff with her mates. Kids these days don't meet up in the street outside anymore, do they? They meet online, so she doesn't move out of her bedroom. She's chatting to all of her mates. So no, don't worry about that. Susan McLaughlin, unfortunately, I did get mugged there years ago. Never been back with her. It's a beautiful island. I won't be back. That's a shame, Susan. Absolute shame. I think Michael might do one, but as singles, we'll love it. All right, Trisha, we'll do one. What I'll do Christmas Day, I'll do what I've got to do. I'll have a look. Most people put a post up, don't they? I'll be live from such and such a time. I'll leave it till sort of early evening. I'll see who's doing what, and then I'll squeeze in somewhere. Okay? How's that sound? Alan's Homemade Vlogs, Christmas Day, I'm catering for 18 of the family. Blimey, are you mad? Sounds great, Alan. 18, oh, good luck to you. Are you doing all the cooking, by the way? Flipping heck. Nicky, Andrew's far worse frightening people. I mean, when Laura walks around with a backpack on hanging off her shoulder, he flashes, watches good, doesn't practice well. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I suppose when you live there, you can become a little bit complacent. You know, it's the same old argument, isn't it? You go out, especially when you go down the sort of busy areas of a night time. You know, my thing is when people, you know, go on social media and they moan about having the phone taken off them, or they moan about, the big one is, oh, I had £200 cash taken out my
pocket down Veronica's, what you doing with £200 cash anywhere? You know what I mean? If you're on a night out and you're on the razzle dazzle, you don't want to be taking £200 cash, especially if you're in a foreign country. You don't know the area that well, and you're going to be under the effects. It's one of them. People get complacent, don't
they? Denise and Johnny.
Is that a guess, Martin? No, it's not Denise and Johnny.
Not Denise and Johnny. Video cameras years ago. Now it's tablets.
Yeah, in the electric shops. Yeah. I've never actually bought anything from them shops. To be fair, I've gone in one and I've done some like cash exchange, foreign exchange. They didn't try and sell me anything. And there's another one on the Golden Mile where they used to get me mates tobacco, and they were fine. Never tried to sell me anything. Weren't pushy at all.
Kevin Stamps, do it. You tune in when you're back in the UK. Nice one, Kev. We'll do it. Andy wrote, why don't the police clamp down on rising crime? Probably for the same reason they don't do it in the UK. They haven't got the resources. I remember years ago, I was down Veronica's one night and there was nothing going on. It was busy, but there was no trouble, no hassles at all. This was in the pre-COVID days, when you had all the sort of young British PRs on top, and you know, it was like 5 bottles of beer for €5 and all that malarkey. And across, for those of you who don't know where I'm on about, Veronica's is a strip of bars, and then in front of it you've got a big wall, and then on top of that wall is a main road. Now, I remember being in Veronica's. It was a midweek night. It wasn't even a particularly busy night. It was like September, and it was with Saf's mum. And we come out of one of the bars, and all across the top on the main road was like a line of armed police. There was literally dozens of them all the way across the top. I'm guessing, and I'm being conservative, I'm guessing about 30 policemen, all truncheoned and armed up, you know, the local ones in the blue and white. Nowadays, you go down Veronica's and you're lucky if you see more than half a dozen, unless there's something actually happening. If there's nothing happening, it's a normal night. I've been down there, me and Eric were down there last week. There was one night we didn't see any. Crazy. Cutbacks, innit? Do it every year, Col. Hate anyone in the kitchen with me.
Mate, you are master chef.
All round Allen's, a few more won't go amiss. Blimey, 18. We'll try join Christmas Day, but we'll be assisted.
Don't worry, Anne, if you can't join, don't worry. It's there if people want to come in for the chat. If it passes an hour away, like Tricia said, some people live alone and all that. So if it passes an hour away and it's a bit of company, why not? I'll stick the fire on and
get the mince pies out. Hang on, I've lost. We'll try and join, yeah. Andy wrote, what does a blue spanner mean on the chat exactly?
Andy, blue spanner is basically something I initiate to an individual, and it gives them like a moderator status. So if you come on now and you start effing and jeffing and saying silly things, anybody with a blue spanner can sort of delete your comment and put you on a naughty step. Okay, it just saves me having to concentrate on the content and people's behaviour at the same times. I'm sure somebody will add to that, but that's a gist of it. Mark, don't want to be controversial, but I know you guys do this as fun, but now you have a following, you guys kind of have a responsibility to set an example in your content too. Yes, Mark, and that was exactly why I raised it. That's exactly why I raised the point. I just wanted to hear all your opinions on it. We do have a responsibility, not only to the viewer, but to the people who are in the video as well. And the example in my case is, like I said, I do my Veronica's videos. I'm going to be doing more. I've got one that I can't put out yet, right? Purely on this basis, because the content isn't. I'm not happy with the content when I look at it from the nightclub's view. I've done no secret of it. I've done a video for Tramps nightclub, and I've spoken to the manager there, and he's happy with me doing it. He's asked me to do a certain type of video for Tramps nightclub. It's not a promotional one. It's just a certain, looking at it from a certain angle. And I'm not happy with it, and I've got a responsibility to him before I publish it to make sure it's decent. So I'm gonna have to wait till I go back to Tramps nightclub, whenever that's gonna be, just so I can tweak it and finish it off. I'm not just gonna put that video up. Likewise, Veronica's, the bars along there, they let me into video when they watch me back. I'm not gonna put them in a bad light. You know, I can maybe sensationalise the area based on its reputation, but I don't want it to have a detrimental effect on the bars and the bar owners. So yeah, it's exactly what I'm saying.
Who's on? Hi Col, who's that guy in Tenerife who you call Lenny Henry?
Wayne, Lenny Henry, he's a lucky man of many years. He's from Senegal, and he's been in Tenerife, I think, for about somewhere between 15 and 20 years. He lives in Los Cristianos, and he basically works around Park La Paz music bar strip of an evening. And back in the 90s, I think when he first started, he was a bit slimmer, bit younger, and he resembled Lenny Henry. And all the people who drunk round the bars who knew him and bought off him regular nicknamed him Lenny Henry, and to this day the name stuck. So if you go down Park La Paz, where Soul Suite and all them bars are, you can't miss him. He's a big guy, and he carries stacks and stacks of handbags. I know they all do, but he carries loads, and he belts around his neck and purses and wallets in his hand. I know that sounds like all of them, but this guy is huge. You wouldn't miss him. Think of a bigger version of Lenny Henry. So that's Lenny Henry. He's a good guy as well, nice guy.
Kev's on. Evening, Kev. Scotsman in Tenerife, just tuned in. Have I missed
The guest, you haven't yet, Kev. They're going to be here any minute now. I've just had a message actually before I end the live. The guest is going to make an appearance, Kev. They're coming in. They've flown from Tenerife, especially to be exclusively on this live tonight. They're going to make an appearance. I've just had a message. It came through as I was talking then. They're going to be here in a few minutes, Kev. How are you, Kev? Anyway, where are you? You're home.
Everyone's saying to Kev, think I need a blue spanner, Col. See what I can do, Tony. Yeah, no problem.
Patrick's in. Evening, Patrick. How are you doing? 51 in the chat. Loving your latest videos, best by far. Yeah, Kev's done some crackers lately. Kev, we were just talking about, funny you join in. I don't know if you've heard any of the conversation. I was just talking about all the scams that have been going on in Tenerife over the years, and lately a few have reared their ugly heads again, such as the bracelet scam, where they throw the bracelet at you and ask you for money. I just made a talking point, Kev, of do the people who make videos like yourself, myself, whoever, do we put it in a bad light by sensationalising it a little bit in order to get views? Okay, I used you as an example. You're the king of it because your titles are what, you know, basically what you live by. However, you don't sensationalise what goes on. You use it purely as the definitive clickbait. But if we go out intentionally videoing these scams, such as the bracelet men or pickpocketers, and then somebody comes onto YouTube for the first time, oh, let me have a look, see if I can see what goes on in Tenerife, and they come across a video that is highlighting a scam. First impressions last, and is that giving it a bad light? And somebody just said a few minutes ago, as creators, we've got a bit of responsibility, I think. So yeah, we're just talking about
that. Andy, everybody is a blue spanner, no offence, I'm getting paranoid.
Yeah, when I started doing the lives, Andy, I just literally flew blue spanners out to all the regulars. That's all it is. Very lucky. We don't have any... All the lives that were going on about a year or so ago, we had a little plague of people coming in, dropping dodgy links and stupid comments and insults. So go back a year or so ago, moderators were necessary for that. Nowadays, especially on my lives, touch wood, I don't have people messing about. Very lucky. So you know, the moderators, I hope, on this channel have very little to do.
Has this guest got bracelets to sell too?
No, not selling anything.
In Scotland, Cole, Lanzarote videos are still coming. Nice one, mate. Nice one. Hope you're all set for Christmas, Kev. Doing fine. Just finished his last work meeting here. Oh, nice one, David Butler's in. Finished now, have you, mate? A lot of people are finished now, aren't they, for Christmas and New Year? Saf's finished school. Some of us still have to work, entertaining the masses. But yeah, Saf's finished school. Loads of people. I've noticed in Bournemouth in the mornings now, the roads are a lot quieter because there's no commuters. So that's nice. Johnny Bennett, evening Johnny, how you doing? Hope you're well, mate. Mark Ellis, see those dodgy links is how I found your channel, Cole.
Exactly, there you go, you see. So without them, we wouldn't live, would we?
Kev, most scams are worldwide. I bumped into P-men in Benidorm.
P-men, see, they disappear, don't they? They go for a bit and then they come back and a big thing's made out of them. You know what I mean?
But good to warn people, we assume everyone knows, but honest YouTubers also know scam videos get views, but I don't seek them now. You don't have to.
To me, the sign of a good YouTuber is one that doesn't need to sensationalise. Yes, be creative, because creativity is what it's all about. Creativity attracts viewers, and as long as you're creative and responsible at the same time, then that's fine. Creative and informative, you know, that you're doing it right. But what do I know? I'm only a wee toddler amongst people like Kevin and Lee and everyone else.
Do I ever watch Jeff Carter's vlogs, Cole? He's got a fun channel.
Yeah, I do. I watch some of Jeff's videos. He goes to Thailand, doesn't he? And I've watched some. He's actually got some old stuff in Tenerife. He was in Tenerife quite a few years ago now. He did some Tenerife vlogs. Yeah, I watch now and again. Stick one of his on. He seems quite a funny bloke. Never met him. I think Lee's done some stuff with him, hasn't he? But yeah, I've never met him. Seemed quite a fun bloke. Didn't he go on Blind Date? I think he went on Blind Date, didn't he, in the 80s or 90s? I'm sure. Was it Lee who told me? Somebody told me he went on Blind Date as a contestant. Unless I was dreaming that, I don't know. Is the star guest a YouTube vlogger or clickbait? It's not clickbait and they're not a vlogger. Agreed, Kev, highlight them. If you come across them, don't look for them. Absolutely. It's not, Saf is not dressed as anything now. Glenn Burton. Saf won't appear dressed as herself, never mind dressed as Santa. Flipping heck mine. Glenn Burton, just come across your live. Love the vlogs. Thank you, Glenn. Glenn and Karen from Portsmouth. Oh, nice one, Glenn. You're not too far away from me, Glenn. I'm in Bournemouth. I've done a few videos over in Portsmouth, down Gunworth Keys and over there. And we are back over in Portsmouth. We're coming to Portsmouth in August. Myself and my daughter, we're going to come over for the Victorious Festival over in over the way there. Fat Boy Slim, August in Portsmouth. Love Portsmouth, great city. So yeah, he was. The Blind Date clips are in his channel. Right, okay, I didn't know that. I'll have a look at that. Yeah, welcome to Glenn and Karen. Thanks everybody. I love you vloggers, all you. It's hard to comment sometimes as you don't want to offend anyone. Yeah, it's true. I'm sorry I keep putting my head down. My phone with your comments on is on a short cable, you see, so I keep giving it that. I'm not being ignorant, honest. Right, how far are we at now? Right, just over the hour. I'm going to sit. Hang on. Special guest time, everybody. I've got a few more minutes to go, so bear with. I've just had a message that just arrived. If you bear with me, have a look at the fire. Kev, do you like me real fire? 65 inch, burning away. Right, just have a quick drink and I'll go and get the special guest in. Sort of ties up with what we've been talking about, actually, funnily enough. Back in a sec, people. Yeah, through this way. Right, I'm back. Guests here. Just read your comments very quickly. A few minutes before we go. Has someone found your glasses? No, I lost them in when I did Webby's sponsored walk, Steve. Thanks, Mark. It looks better than your normal shirt, Cole. Cole, do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever seen one? Okay, the shirt, everybody, tonight. I'll give you a final close-up before we go, before I bring the guest in. Santas and Snowmen. Thought I'd stick it on for you, with it being one of the festive editions. Just a quick note, Thursday, all being well, if the weather's nice Thursday night and no one else is live, I might do a live down in Bournemouth with Eric. my mate who came to Tenerife last week. Might take her on a little pre-Christmas pub crawl, show you the Christmas lights in Bournemouth. You don't get a great signal down in town, that's my only hesitance, and I don't like cold weather. But if it's not raining and we get a decent signal, look out on Thursday. I'll drop a note in the community page and we might do a live and have a few drinks, a few Christmas drinks Thursday night, okay, if anyone's up for it. And Christmas Day, if no one else is live, there's only me and Saf here, I might do a cheeky half hour or so Christmas night. So, news articles, we've been talking about scams and stuff going on in Tenerife. Okay, one major story that's broken this week is the airport. I don't know if you've all seen it, Tenerife South Airport. All the baggage handlers, well not all the baggage handlers, but some of the baggage handlers were found to have been stashing people's belongings out the luggage, opening the luggage, nicking valuable items, cash, phones, you name it. And they've been caught and taken in this week, taken into custody. I think it's like nearly £2 million worth of stuff they found had been taken and sold locally. And yeah, so flown in especially. Let me just read your comments first. Love the shirt, thank you. Lucky, it's a whole EastEnders cast. Police on the Golden Mile, all the lucky men have disappeared. Oh, Michael's in, there you go, faster than Bolt. Yeah, they'll be back out. Oh, sorry, a couple of questions. Do I believe in ghosts? Have I ever seen one? I don't believe in ghosts, never seen one, no. No, it's not Saf. Saf is in the bedroom, she's not coming in yet. So going back to the story, and so I've got somebody flown in tonight, especially to appear exclusive on Cole's Place, to give their first-hand opinion of what it was like to be involved in that heinous crime. Okay, so please welcome, okay, all the way from Tenerife, just flown in to appear on Cole's Place for a special Christmas appearance, ladies and gentlemen, McPollo the chicken. McPollo, how are you feeling now you've been released from Tenerife South luggage compartments? How did it feel being part of that breaking news story? And have you got anything to say to my lovely viewers? There are 60 in the room at the moment. You've flown in tonight from Tenerife South Airport into Bournemouth, especially to be on Cole's Live. And have you got anything nice to say to the viewers about the experience and any festive wishes? Thanks very much. Nice you to appear, and tell them to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for appearing. See you in the next one. There we go, viewers, you see. Don't say I don't bring you what I don't promise. You know what I mean? Let's have a look at your comments. It's not clickbait, it's chickbait. Anyway, everybody, listen. Thanks for watching. Have a great Christmas if I don't see you before. As I said, I might do a live on... Where's the chicken gone? Oh, it's collapsed. Jet lag. It's flowing in on a tailwind. Have a great Christmas, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Everybody who's still in Tenerife, enjoy the rest of your stay. Might do a live. Look out Thursday. Might do a live Thursday night. Me and Eric might go for a Christmas drink. Take you with us. We'll show you some of the nighttime sights of Bournemouth pre-Christmas. If not, we'll do one on Christmas Day as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. Okay, don't forget to hit the thumbs up on your way out. If not for me, for McPollo, the rubber chicken, who was part of the ransacked luggage belongings in the breaking news Tenerife South story. Hope you enjoyed his appearance. He's on about staying here for good. Okay, so could be the new channel mascot with the cows, you never know. Okay, a bit of chick bait for you. And don't forget the thumbs up, as I say. Watch everybody's content, drop comments, anything you want me to cover, anything you want to look at, put a comment in below. Really do appreciate it. Thanks to all the moderators, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the Tuesday Night Live. Cheers, Kev. Cheers, Anne. Cheers, everybody. Watch everyone's content, and I'll see you later in the week. Bye, folks.